4,000 gold warbow, hell yes. Thief warbow for Raymar. Kill noobs with fucking warbow. Now, does anybody on the back line who actually has any sort of ranged skill with a crossbow? Like, what I'm wondering is it worth investing in a tier 3 crossbow? It could be like Loaderak with 55 range skill is not bad. And there's actually 65 range skill on Eric the Red. Fuck yeah. And eventually we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these tier 3 crossbows. I've dipped below 10,000, which I was just talking about how I don't want to do that. What is this? Obtain Seal of the False King. This could be a nice, comparatively easy one that I can get some of the low-level brothers some levels on. And raiding undead places actually has decent rewards money-wise. And at this point, 288 days in, whenever we can take an undead fight, that will hopefully give us an opportunity to fight Ancient Dead. I want to be fighting Ancient Dead now. I want to get my hands on two Crypt Cleavers for my Torturers, and I want to get my hands on 2 War Scythes, and then that's pretty much the only ancient weapons I'm interested in. Let's expand our cart, and we're almost halfway saved up for the cart. First, let's track down these undead. Few legionaries and auxiliaries. Check the armor values on the front line. Get in there. So why is Oakenshield wearing leather scale above someone else? Because it's fine. Yeah, so throwing axes is going to be the name of the game here against these guys. Javelins are not bad either. Crossbows are not even worth attacking with. Pikes are fine. You know what I might do? I might actually, because knowing that it is likely to be those legionaries that have pikes, I might actually put these guys on the flanks and have them run around in a bullhorn formation. Indeed, that works for me. Let's do that. This is not a necessary fight particularly, but I just want XP wherever I can find it now. Hold the line, boys. Let them come. So who of you in chat saw Game 5 of the Middenheim missiles? If you haven't seen it yet, I recommend you go check the VOD on YouTube. It's the most incredible game of Blood Bowl I've ever played. It was cool. So Ciliosolos could be hit by that pike, which is a little scary. So I like adrenaline. I really should have been taking adrenaline on more lads. Lelouch, run around the back, because when you're fighting these pikes, you've got to be so careful who you're exposing your brothers to. fine, don't mind that at all. Nice with the decapitation. Good job. He's stunned up, so let's keep moving down the line. Crunch. Minimal damage so far. Let's try to keep it that way. Here's what gets scary. Ow. Look at that. Is that one wearing a sash almost? Oh no, that's the helmet of the one above him. I thought for a second he was wearing that sergeant sash, increasing his resolve. Like that's new. Samo's having a bad time. Having a very bad time. But to be fair, Samo is probably the weakest brother on the field right now. I'll be able to get him out in the next turn. Oh, come on. Fuck's sake. Out of nowhere, Samo goes down. Fuck's sake. And that was a kill as well. It's Samo Lothbrok killed Samo. Fuck's sake.
Woo, you know you did.
Undead bastards. I mean, I was looking to replace Samo anyway, but not right now. Shit, that hurts. Did they explain what an archetype was like for your class in D&D? No. So are you referring to, like, I'm playing as a monk, but there are different types of monks. Like, I could be a wood elf race and then something else. Someone made a comment in one of the YouTube vids about how, like, if I wanted to address the lack of ranged weapons, I could go for a certain type of monk who, like, gets perks for longbow and for long sword usage. Damn it! Down goes Samo Lothbrok. Expected. Rip. Do I need more ranged? I think I will actually take on Lord Nasty. Let's give up to 30 range defense because we're not going to be taking anticipation. Perks wise, he's got 3 left. We said we wanted to go for... Wait, hang on. Let me make sure I get this right. I want to get my ninja bolt. So student, yes. Quick hands, yes. Executioner, not yet. Throwing weapons, yes. Footwork, yes. Nimble, yes. Berserk, yes. Recover, yes. Killing frenzy, bags and belts. What's missing? An executioner. Don't think crippling strikes could actually be, yeah, that synergizes quite nicely. I've got 3 perks left out of this here. But honestly, let's just go for the full maximum damage build. Crippling strikes, executioner, killing frenzy. There's a couple of other things that are pretty damn good for ninjas, but like, I mean, he's only going to have like high 70s. Arguably, we could drop crippling strikes and give him gifted just to help boost his stats a little bit. But I mean, with the throwing weapons, 72 is not great, but I mean, it's plus 20% accuracy from close up. I think considering the fact that we got an undead crisis coming up, let's go Killing Frenzy. And then at 11, we'll go Executioner and Crippling Strikes. Oh, his hit points are too low. Especially because I'm not taking Colossus. At his next level up, I have to give him more hit points. I've heard of Way of the Open Hand. That's just like where you get Buddha Palm and what's it called? Way of Trembling Wrist or something like that. It's like that AoE disarm strike or something like that. Hang on. So who is going to go to the front line here? Maybe Lelouch. He has decent enough defensive stats that I'm happy putting him on the front line. We do got to be careful with him though. And instead of doing this mission now, I kind of need to head back to base and get everybody repaired and fixed up. So, Archer and Archer. Ninja. And where's Sealant? Ninja. And there's Chubrook, Umberman, and David Ironheart. David Ironheart can go into that position. Maybe until he's level 11, we leave out the two-handed Warhammer. He's safer just using a shield, and the Warhammer is not bad. And actually, Viking, if you look at the stats that I rolled for my monk, I think I'd actually be pretty good. Well, I would be well advised to go for the traditional monk build, that Way of the Open Hand. I mean, I've got 16 agility and 14 wisdom, so I mean, I had what, 17 armor value at level 1, which I take it is pretty damn good. Another pike here. I do have another pike. I might actually want to use the ancient bladed pike here instead of. Did it have plus 10 chance to hit? It does. 68 to 100 compared to 60 to 80 damage. Just much less durability, but that's fine. Cool, so we can start using these ancient bladed pikes as kind of training weapons, if you will. I'm liking the look of the group. We're kind of getting to where we want to go, slowly but surely. Now, Rim the Reaper, I wonder about. I mean, he has the kind of star distribution to make him a decent dagger specialist, but I wonder if I'm not better off having him be a backup torturer. You can make the argument that you can't have too many torturers because of how ridiculous the disarm skill is. And if one of these two die, then we've got a guy ready to go with, you know, decent melee skills. Torturer Reserve. That's what he is. But instead I want to get my next ninja leveled up. And my next Hammer Raider. Even more so. Here's what we do. We need more space. Let David Ironheart hold the flank there, so that Umberman hit. Ah, that's a problem. He doesn't have enough fatigue to be able to attack. there a dagger going spare here somewhere? There is. That'll do. David Ironheart, just stay alive. But fuck it, if you're going to be on the back line, then you can step out and use your Warhammer. Our 2 shield breakers are there if we need them in reserve. Elandiran is our sergeant right now. And then we can actually put him in the middle of the formation. And have our 2 low-level boys here be able to step forward if they want to. Yeah, excellent, yes. And then the rear flanks are being held by a level 13 and a level 7 respectively, which isn't too bad. And I've got 3 level 11s at least in reserve. Excellent. Let's go get paid. Ooh. A few master archers, so that is obviously very difficult to deal with, but that does mean that there are 2 warbows in there. And I just went and bought a warbow, so we'll only go clear that out once we get paid to do so. We do need to repair our weapons and armor, though. How long do we need? 12 hours. Well, in the morning we'll take out this place here and complete the mission. But the fact that we're full, our inventory's full. So monks are dodge tanks later on and do so many attacks. So I can already attack twice with unarmed, and I think I want to primarily attack with my unarmed attacks. And I assume I can get gauntlets or some other modifiers for armored targets, because certainly there must be some sort of negative debuff for me. Like if I'm attacking a hedge knight, which is with my bare fists, that really shouldn't do anything. I need these ancient bladed pikes. But monk weapons is like a karma and a short sword, which I don't really want to use. What in the monk weapon abilities give me decent armor? No, your fists become magical to suppress damage reduction. Okay. So I'll get like, you know, some sort of like armor piercing fist enchantment. Fucking axes. Oh, money. We can have the 15,000 in no time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can make a good profit off of those dyes. We'll pay whatever we have to for food, because we just need food desperately. And ammo. That's nice and cheap ammo. That gets us up to 190 ammo. Can I maybe get 2 more stacks of ammo? I can. Even cheaper. It's so tempting. A shadow crosses over you from behind. When you look back, Elandarion is standing there with a rather distant look in his eyes. Cracks his knuckles in one long staccato before asking if he can train up Sir Chubrak. You ask why. Paul looks down at you. Because he is weak. Good enough. So we can go for fatigue, hit points, or melee skill. I think I always go for the show him how to brawl. Melee skill and defense, excellent. And Sir Chubrak, if I remember correctly, is someone who is earmarked to be a hammer raider, so perfect. 1 extra melee defense and melee skill. That 12.6% named item chance. Maybe whatever's in here isn't that weak. need to actually think a little bit carefully about my team composition here. I mean, what could it actually be in there? Worst case scenario, it's undead, necromancers. Or like, not even a necromancer, it could be like a vampire. In which case I've got melee weapons that I can go to. "15 fatigue." And there he's got 11, so he can attack once a turn. Oh, that's the best chance of keeping a level 1 alive. I'm gonna bet that it's gonna be more legionaries. False King must die. Yep, fine. Few Necrosavants. Shit. Well, this should be doable. I mean, the Necrosavants are a problem, but I've got Taunt on a couple of the lads. Let's quickly retreat to the high ground. And then prepare for the Necrosavants to teleport to the back lines. I've got 2 guys who can disarm as well, so that's really good. And they can disarm from a distance, so even if they're on the front line and the Necrosavants on the back, they can whip from the back there. Hands. Okay, it looks like there's only 2 Necrosavants. I just read monkey can do 3 attacks if I read the rules right. So Ducky, the way I understand it is I can do my regular attack, then a secondary attack without the damage modifier. Maybe the 3rd attack is a perk at a higher level or something. My thing is cover these ranged lads. And so would I take flurry of blows at a higher level? Is that how that works? Sure, but I have to level up for that is the point though, surely. Umberman, you can hardly move, dude. Well, I can't wait to see how stupid strong monks are. It has been my experience so far. I mean, I got in two combats, and my first hit was a running flying knee at a brigand, which I did 8 damage. Just about killed him. Yeah, and then I killed him with a follow-up hit. So my little monk killed the first guy that he fought against in 2 hits. Any second now, it's going to be vampire time. Oh, we should be fine. We're going to blow through these auxiliaries. He said, being overconfident. I really want to see David Ironheart get a triple kill here. Nice, good hits. Look at how these barbarian throwing weapons ruin these little auxiliaries. Hang on, Santa Jora. Do we have any mods? Duck yours. Just permit Santa Jora. Quickly give him a permit. So you can post a link. Here they come, boys. At this point, we don't even need these Kopeshes. You motherfucker. Honestly, I'm gonna stay up here and just whip these bastards with height advantage. And can I taunt one of these nerds? What kind of damage can they do without a weapon? Nothing, apparently. Okay, so we just learned how to completely counter Necrosavants. Necrosavant nerd. Ooh, go for the stun. Clutch stun. And that should be a 2-turn stun. It's just me or the torture is like almost, you know, it's almost like they built exclusively for killing these Necrosavants. This is amazing. Special undead, pretty much. They're just vampires. Teleport all around the place. Can they be netted? They can. They do a lifesteal attack. They are fucking ball bags. And he bled to death. Get paid. Level ups. ARP. Once a Chewbreak. I think I can... Oh, wait, why is he... Oh, he's up to 45 because of the necklace. Let's get it to 45 and then leave it there. That should be enough. Okay, so my raiders now are going to start getting adrenaline right from the beginning. So, consult my new leveling template. Student, yep, then adrenaline. Now he should be able to attack adrenaline, attack the next turn. 14, Caber Beast. Resolve, definitely. Ryoji, geez, like, dude, been a while. What's up? Has been a while. I haven't even seen you around in Perion's chat. Yeah, for love child between Battle Brothers and XCOM. I'm really optimistic about Phoenix Point. Can't wait to see it. It's a cautious optimism. I hope it's good. It has a lot of potential. Plenty games in the last while have had loads of potential and then not lived up to it at all. Raid the caravan going from Sommersborg to Holschlag. So Sommersborg is aligned to which house? Now I don't want to alienate that house as well. If it has anything to do with these houses, we should actually start doing work over here, because if we encounter any caravans or army groups from, what's this house called? Adelaide. And we can just fight them, and that'll be good for money. Curious, Roji, any reason why? You just, you know, I know he gets a bit ragey and that can be annoying. Like when I used to play XCOM Dota with him, I'd get so fucking annoyed with him. He can be such a dick when he's playing Dota, and everyone's just expected to just take it because it's his, you know, his channel, which I kind of get. But sometimes, you know, people need to stand up to him and be like, no, actually you're wrong and you're being a dick. But Flax is still my favorite streamer. Him and Day 9. Best. We got some low-level brothers here. So let's do everything we can to make sure that those tier 2 crossbows could really, really hurt our low-level boys. It's Oaken Shield. Do you have an open shot? You do. Take it. Good lad. $51? Fine, but don't use the heavy throwing axes. Use the javelins. Nice! I think I don't need to move here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I do need to move because he's got... Indeed, mate. Finally, I'm in a position where I might have a crew that can go all the way. And when I say all the way, I mean like Black Monolith all the way. This is going to happen finally. Black Monolith, that is. Just fucking get in there. Run at them. This does expose some of my low-level boys, though. They can move forward as well. Lelouch, what level are you? You're level 7. You're not that high level. But it's two little lads that we should blow through pretty quick. So I'm exposed there. I'm exposed. Shit, either way. Umberman, you hide bravely. Oh, missed. See, those tier 2s are the scary ones. Bone plating for the win. God, here comes a big flail. Dodge. Probably the strongest element of this group that we have is their defensive abilities. We've got some guys who can attack quite well, like Triple Belmont, but for the most part we are a very, very defensive group. That's turned out really quite well. Crunch. And see, like there, I wish that I had adrenaline. I really should have given adrenaline to all of my two-handed lads. Oh, you lucky fucker. See, I had adrenaline there and didn't use it. Shit. Slow down, Stobbie. I'm playing too quick. Oh, every time those crossbow shots get taken. I like Umberman can move, but then he can't attack. See here? If I had adrenaline, I could go bam, big triple attack, but I've leveled him wrong. Probably should have used Indomitable though. I mean, I've got it, I'm just using it. I haven't played XCOM in a while. A couple of months ago, I did try a Long War 2 playthrough, but I'm struggling to get the balance just right because the combat and resource and world map difficulty is right. But in the current format of the way I've modded it, the enemy power curve is a little off. They're getting too powerful too fast. So I was going to do a bit more research to try to figure out exactly how I want it to be, have my mods to be, but with Phoenix Point coming out now in September, I'm rather going to just wait for that and focus on that when it comes out. I'm actually going to request leave from work so that when Phoenix Point comes out I can just play it solidly for the first few days. And I really want to try to get some content out as quick as I can, like a beginner's guide to it, and hope that'll get some views on YouTube. Doggo. Brawler. Get him. Fetch. Get him. Bad dog. Good dog. Good Lelouch the eye. Good Ruskar. Crunch. I love that Warhammer. It's the best. It's the best weapon we've ever had in any of these Battle Brother playthroughs. It's amazing. This is great. My two archers, excuse me, are starting to come online. Oh. It is. Same type of game. Yep. It's actually made by Julian Gollop, who was the original creator of XCOM. But there is understandably a lot of anger about the whole epic exclusivity thing. That doesn't bug me that much, but I totally understand how so many people are so pissed off about it. I just hope it doesn't affect the, views of the game too much. I suppose it will, actually. If I think I'm going to get decent views on any of that content, I'm probably kidding myself. I mean, if it's a shit game, then who cares? But if it's a good game, then that'll be a real pity. But hell, that's the decision they made when they took the exclusivity deal. That they must have known how it'll piss people off. That's the gamble they've taken, so they have to deal with the consequences now. Get them, lads. None of these boys survive. At least the hounds. Good dog. Yep, Epic Store only. Yeah, and I think the main reason people are pissed off is because there were backers who actually backed the game in the initial phase before the Epic Store gave them all that money. And at that time, part of the agreement when you backed it was that it would be coming to Steam. I don't know if the wording was it'll definitely be coming only to Steam, because technically, if you make it an Epic exclusive for the first year, it is still coming to Steam. It's just not coming to Steam immediately. But if I was a backer and I was expecting it to come to Steam, I would also be rightly pissed. And then, of course, the fact that the Epic Store is, a pile of hot garbage doesn't make the whole situation any better. I think the problem these people have is even if they get codes for the Epic Store, they refuse to use it. Also perfectly reasonable and justified. That was an easy 2,000 gold. This is such a great phase of the game now. No, Stobbie?
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
It's a Hammer Raider. I wonder, do I want to make him dodgy? He's got level 8, 9, 10, and then... So I've got 5 perks to give this guy left over. Let's say Adrenaline, let's say Berserk. If I decide to go dodgy on him, that could be really good defensively. I could go dodge, Relentless, and that still leaves me with one more. Killing Frenzy or Indomitable. Like, I have as much reason as anybody to fucking hate Epic Games because of what they did to Paragon. Now I've got a decision to make. Do I pump points into range defense, or do I keep buffing initiative to get the extra dodge bonus? So if I take dodge now, 15% of 61 is 9. Let's just calculate what his fatigue numbers will look like once he's wearing the kind of armor he'll be wearing eventually, which would be pretty much that. 64 and 81. So Ewok, I don't know if you're familiar with Paragon, but it was basically Smite, just with the most mind-blowingly gorgeous graphics you've ever seen in your life. It was breathtakingly beautiful. It had so many design issues, but I mean, for a new MOBA, that's understandable. I don't talk about it, it's traumatizing. Fuck, I love Paragon. I tell you what, when the next kind of game like that comes out, basically, it's like a third-person MOBA that looks like Smite, but doesn't have the horrible graphics of Smite. I'm going to jump into that in a big way. God, I love Paragon. It was so much fun. The Paragon, I asked this again, but I need to ask again. What is the name of the studio that's remaking Paragon? It's like Phoenix Rising Studios or something like that. There's actually 2 or 3 remaking Paragon projects, because I know when they shut down Paragon, they released all of the artwork and all of the code and all that type of stuff. I've got a decision to make here. His hit points is great. His fatigue is pretty damn good too. I'm gonna go for range defense. And I will still take dodge. Might pump a bit more into initiative a little bit later though. Where's the other set of leather scale? Oh, we lost a set of leather scale, that's right. Shit. Man the ninja +4 if he keeps rolling 4s and 5s. I'm gonna be a happy man. Ooh, good. Righto, so here's a decision to make. We should compare the hooked blade to the ancient bladed pike. So 55 to 80 to hit points, 68 to 100 to armor. That's way less effective. Aventail, that's an interesting one. I think I've heard that before. Now with 23 fatigue, maybe Umberman can actually move around the battlefield a little bit. I really want to start getting my hands on more of these Saleh helmets. I think what's going to be important for that is getting caravan escort missions so we can have well-supplied runs. That's going to be crucial. 480, I can't really make a profit off that. Head north. Center of the map. There's a trading caravan from Horn, but that's not worth ambushing. If it's a supply caravan, we'll take it out. I've kind of just accepted the fact that that other house now is just going to be aggro for the rest of the game, and I'm fine with that. This could be promising melee skill, melee defense, and range defense, but with Hesitant, he's not going to have... We'll check him out. Ooh, that's nice. I'm going to call him a raider for now, but just a generic one. I'll decide once I start replacing lads. Eventually, most of these lads are going to be replaced. I have to replace Ruskar and Criticoi. I think and also I'm going to need 3 Axe Raiders. So this could be the first of the 3 Axe Raiders that I need. Because the setup I want to try now is two-handed Warhammer, two-handed Warhammer, two-handed Axe, two-handed Axe, two-handed Axe, Torturer, Torturer. And then we're going to use the Bardiche for these 3 positions here, so they can split in range like that, and they can end up being shield breakers. That then they can be the ones that destroy shields, and I don't need Eric the Red and Sparrow 4 to be axe specialists. We can retire them, and in their position we can actually get pole arm specialists, which I think are actually better in melee offense than the long axes. This will be a... Hang on, I can actually, if I go to my build list, I've got... So this will be... Eventually he will be position 4. Light armor. Axe Raider. I'm not going to name him yet. Once he starts actually seeing some action, we'll name him. Looking at these stats, I can't make Rim the Reaper a Axe Raider. I do, Roji, I do. I just never have time. I started trying to get my calibration games done, but I don't know. Like, I don't ever want to play it on stream because of how traumatic Dota is. Honestly, I don't see myself getting back into Dota. I still love it. It's still one of my absolute favorites. But I'm not prepared to put the time in to play it at any sort of level that's not going to embarrass myself. So I'm choosing to focus on other games right now. Also, if I'm honest, playing on these South African servers was a little traumatic for me as well. There's no ranked mode in the SA servers, so it's just an uncalibrated absolute fuckfest. It's fucking chaos and carnage. Surely we have enough of these now. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then when I do my calibration games, I have to do it with 180 to 200 milliseconds ping, which, you know, complicates things. Makes it a lot harder. But as far as MOBAs are concerned, I don't see myself playing one until the next Paragon comes out. Then I'm going to go hard. I'm going to go really hard at the next Paragon. Caravan Hands, Caravan Guards. Let's ambush this one. This is from Hellistead, which is from our enemy house. It's been 50 minutes. At the start of the next episode, we'll ambush this trade caravan. Sweet. Good progress. Good progress.